Tell you what, I am not in the mood for this today. No, not in the mood for the intro either. Not in the mood for funny little Photoshop pictures, not in the mood for videos, not in the mood for jokes, not in the mood. Yeah, right. How do I begin this? The Philadelphia Eagles are a more talented team than the New York Giants on paper. But the Giants won for the simple fact that they wanted it more. And we as Philadelphia sports fans, we as Philadelphians, of all people, should know you always bet on the guy that wants it more. Plain and simple. Outplayed, outcoached, outclassed, outsmarted, outhearted. I know that's not a word, but you know what I mean. When the Giants packed the team buses, they obviously packed their A game. Brought it all the way down the Jersey Turnpike to Philadelphia. Meanwhile, it seemed like the Eagles thought they would win the game if they just showed up. Poorly coached game, poorly played game, poor game plan, poor defensive game plan, poor defense, poor defensive tackling, poor offensive line play, poor play by the wide receivers, just poor. And this team is better than that. New York Giants were better than the Eagles on Sunday. They brought their A game. They played a good game. It's good. The Eagles brought their D game, a low C, if I'm being generous. But know this, the Giants have not seen the best of what the Eagles can throw at them. And we'll see them again. We'll see them again. But until then, it is time for the Eagles to take a long, hard, painful look in the mirror. Gut check time. Because after all the hype, all the headlines, after 3 weeks of football, you got a losing record. You got all the talent in the world. But do you got the heart? Do you? Week 4, Lincoln Financial Field, we welcome in the San Francisco 49ers. Some may call this a statement game. I don't. Statement games are what the Bills did to the Patriots, all right? What the Raiders did to the Jets. Statement games against the 49ers I'll reserve for teams like the Dallas Cowboys, who after barely beating them in overtime with Tony Romo's fugazi lung puncture, go ahead and say they made a statement. It's not a statement. It's a team you should beat. If you're a good team, if you're a playoff team, you should bury them. This is the same team you beat last year, all right? And don't get the score twisted. It wasn't even that close. By halftime, the fans were booing their own team, and they were screaming for David Carr to come in at quarterback. But then again, they're 2-1. We're 1-2. Sounds funny to say it out loud, don't it? They're a team you should beat. Here's how you beat them. Key to victory number 1. Frank Gore, Vernon Davis. I just spelled out the entire 49ers offense. That's it. Frank Gore, Vernon Davis. I mean, come on, really. The rest of them? In week 1, they didn't have a wide receiver go over 60 yards. Week 2, they didn't have a wide receiver go over 40 yards. Week 3, they didn't have a wide receiver go over 25 yards. Boom. There you go. Frank Gore, Vernon Davis. Last week, you did a good job of stifling the running game. You just forgot about the running backs in the passing game. And Frank Gore runs faster than Brandon Jacobs. I promise you that. Vernon Davis put up 104 reception yards against us last year. And do I even need to remind you what Tony Gonzalez did to us week 2? Frank Gore, Vernon Davis. Linebackers are going to be busy this week. Maybe Casey should sit this one out. Key to victory number 2. Protect the quarterback. Week 2, concussion. Week 3, hand contusion. Week 4, what's it gonna be, O-line? What's on the menu this week? Oh yeah, sure, you can blame the refs all you want. They don't throw the flag. Mike's always on the ground. Mike's always getting hit. And yes, that was a late hit. Crown of the helmet when Mike hurt his hand, but I don't know. Maybe the guys up front were doing their job. There wouldn't be any hits on the quarterback inside of the pocket. Late or otherwise. The San Francisco 49ers have only been able to put up 2 quarterback sacks in the last 2 weeks. That doesn't mean that they're not hitting the quarterback. Just ask Tony Romo and his ribs. The Philadelphia Eagles offensive line has given up the 5th most quarterback hits in the league. We just can't afford 3 weeks worth of quarterback injuries. We've played 3 games so far. 3. And twice already, Our $100 million quarterback has had to leave the game early because of hits inside of the pocket. Inside of the pocket. Get where I'm going with this? Key to victory number 3. There's got to be a better defensive game plan. You know, after 3 weeks of football, I'm still not entirely sure of the vision that Juan Castillo has for this defense. The wide 9 is meant to get after the quarterback. I get that. But everything behind it is a soft zone coverage. Soft zone. The entire game. If the defensive line doesn't get to the quarterback and finds a receiver, which by the way has a 10-yard cushion, or a running back finds one of the holes in the wide 9 gaps, they're gaining yards. It's as simple as that. You acquired one of the best man-to-man shutdown corners in the league. Why is this man playing zone? You're getting gashed in the run game, week in, week out. Why is there not 8 in the box? Why is the tight end getting a free release off the line of scrimmage? Why are the DBs automatically giving each receiver a 10-yard cushion? If you can't make open field tackles, why are you letting them get to the open field? And where has the blitz gone? This is not a Jim Johnson defense. I'll tell you that much. Against the 49ers offense that is ranked dead last in the league, I strongly suggest you try something else, because what you've been doing isn't working, and it's not going to get any easier from here on in. Here it is, EROCK's Week 4 prediction. I don't give a shit. Win the game. How about that? Congratulations to Alfred Banuelos for winning last week's Facebook Friday. This week's Facebook Friday prize will be an autographed team print by linebacker Moses Foku and starting right tackle Todd Harrimans. That's right, it's a twofer this week. So give me a like on Facebook for the Facebook Friday question of the week. I provided the link below. And also follow me on game days, because I'll be giving you up-to-date video and pictures during game day. Also follow me on Twitter at the Mighty EROCK. Until then, birds, fix it. And I'll see you next week.